So today I am doing a tag video, and it is the Colorists First tag, and this was done by JoJo's Coloring Nook originally, and I've seen it around, and lots of the other YouTubers have said, you know, if you haven't been tagged but want to do it, so that's what I'm doing today. So I thought I'd do a little bit of coloring and do a little bit of chatting. My plan today is to color in, this is Fantasy Seasons by Yukoko Ode. If you've seen my completed pages for January, you saw the pages I did in here. And the next one I want to start is this awesome St. Valentine's Day page. I thought it was super cute. I really love this book. And I am going to use some Neo colors today. So I'm not sure how much I'll actually get done, but I'm gonna give it a start. I think I'm actually gonna do like a purplish pink heart in the background here. So I'm gonna grab my lilac and my purple. Yeah, so I've got lilac here and I've got purple. Now I do have a sharpener. I'm gonna go grab my sharpener. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the sharpener I use. It was a really inexpensive one, but it's called Good Point. I don't know if you'll be able to find it, but probably any of them that would have like the bigger opening would work for this. So to sharpen these guys, I've just peeled off a little bit, and they've got convenient little tabs for you to peel the paper off. I just peel it down a little bit and use that big sharpener, and it gets a really nice point on the end of it. See? I'm gonna sharpen this other guy really quick and we will get started. Ooh, that one's really sharp. Okay, so the first question is, what was your first coloring book that you bought? And my first coloring book I no longer own, and I think I was trying to go through a clean out junk phase, I guess, because I believe that I have thrown it out. I can't find it anywhere. All of the normal places that I would normally look for it, it is not where I think it should be. So I do remember the name of it. It was called Enchanted Faces. It was a Creative Haven coloring book, I believe. And unfortunately, I don't know the artist. If I can find it online, I will post a picture of it and link it in the description below. But it was kind of a funky art style, and it was kind of abstract faces. And I colored in it for a little while, and then I just kind of lost interest and found different coloring books that I really enjoyed a lot more than that one. So I didn't continue to color in it, and then I let my daughter have it, and she colored all the pictures with crazy markers. It was like when she was, I don't know, 2 or 3. So it kind of looked like a hot mess when I got rid of it. I do remember just putting it in the recycle bin and not being too upset. There weren't any pictures in there that I was overly fond of either, so I didn't mind it. But the oldest book that I own currently is probably my Enchanted Forest book. That was the first major book purchase that I made, and it's one of my favorites. I think I'm going to add in a little bit of a lighter color as well. So this is the mauve. It's just a little bit lighter. It's not, oh, I'm going to sharpen this guy too. While I'm doing that, the next question on the list is, what is the first supply you bought? And the first supply I bought is the Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. That was the first supply I bought specifically for coloring. Before that, I had Crayola colored pencils and crayons. And then I had several Zig markers. Zig, I think they're called Clean. I might still have one. Hang on, let me check. Yeah. So it was these ones. These Zig Writer, Zig Fine and Chisel, these kind of markers. And I used these for scrapbooking. And they all have either a fine tip on one end and a chisel tip on the other end, or they have, like this one has a fine tip and a bullet tip. And I use those for for scrapbooking and card making and drawing every once in a while. So Prismacolors, and then Prismacolors were the first main purchase I bought specifically for coloring. And I bought the 72 set, I think. That was the first one I bought. And then, let's do this color up here. And then let's see, the next question is, what is the first non-budget friendly set of pencils you bought? And that would have to be my Polychromos. And actually that was just last year. That was the first time I ever spent a whole chunk of money on pencils. I had a smaller set of Polychromos that were gifted to me, but I really wanted that 120 set. So I went ahead and got them, and then I also, right around the same time, I ended up getting the Prismacolor 150 set. I'm going to turn the page here. So that was a fun. Are you even in frame? I hope so. I really do hope so. I'm so sorry. I was getting a call and my phone decided to stop working. So, shoot, what was I saying? Oh, so I had purchased the Polychromos, and then I purchased the Prismacolor 150 set right after that. And those are really the most expensive pencils I own. Everything else I own is much cheaper. I do have the entire set of Black Widows, but I bought it piecemeal, so I bought it as it was available. So I just got the Monarchs, and I bought the original Black Widow set so long ago that they don't even have numbers or colors listed on the barrels. And then as I saw each set come out, I purchased more of those. So I do have that whole set. I have the Arteza set. I have the Crayola set. I have a couple of others, but I don't have very many. I am tempted to buy some Luminance pencils, but I haven't gotten to that point yet. I feel like I'm happy with the quality of coloring that I can get out of what I own currently, so I'm not overly concerned with having the most expensive pencil. So that's why I've not made that big leap yet. My first hardback book, that's the next question. Sorry, question 4 is, what is your first hardback book? My first hardback book would be the Daydreams book from Hannah Carlzon. And I love that book. I am in the process of trying to finish it, although that's been a work in progress for the last 2 years. So it's on my goals every year to finish it, and I've gotten it over halfway done. but there's just some pictures I've stalled on and I can't get back into it. So it's on my goal every month to color a couple pages in it to see if maybe that'll help. But I just can't. I have so many other coloring books now that I just feel bad when I neglect them. So the next question, question 5, what was your first buddy color? And actually my very first buddy color is coming up this month, hopefully, with Camille Bell, and I'll link her YouTube channel below. And I'm excited for that. We're coloring an awesome picture in an awesome book, which I will talk about probably in another video. And then I also just talked with, I think it's Ellie from Punny Punny Crafts or Poony Poony Crafts. I'll link her channel as well. And we just set one up to get a buddy color started together too. And those are my very first ones. They're not completed yet, but I'm excited for them. Both of those ladies their coloring style is so beautiful. So I'm excited to see what they come up with, how they do their pages. I know this is probably looking like a hot mess, but once I get the water in there, it'll look really neat, I think. I'm going to sharpen this a little bit more. So next question, what was my first color tube channel? So the first ones that I watched, and this was actually just not that long ago, I just recently got into color tube, was Dee Dee Willingham. I would sit and watch her lives and color with her. And then Color and Chat with Sammy was the other one. And both those ladies are they're just so sweet and funny and entertaining when you watch their channel. So that's how I got into it. And then I found, so many different YouTube channels that I love. And then of course I started my own channel because I wanted to be part of this awesome community. So the next question is, what is the first page I colored? And again, I think that it's in the that Enchanted Faces book that I have, or that I don't have anymore, that I had. And then the other one that I found, this is the oldest one that I found. It's in Coloring Fantasy by Scott Howden. Sorry, Coloring Fantasy 2. And it was this one, and it was from January of 2017. And this is also for question 8. That's the first portrait I ever colored. I don't think this is the first picture I ever colored. I do have one in Johanna Basford's Enchanted Forest that's older. And it's this one. Oh, yeah. So that one was from 2016. So yeah, definitely this one is older. So that's my first portrait for sure. But yeah, this one is from February of 2016. So that was the first one I ever did in there. So yeah, and then let's see, the next question is, what was your first grayscale book? And I don't have any grayscale books. I don't know why. I do have a couple of grayscale PDFs, but those are like literally within the last month I've purchased those. I might have those on hand. Hang on, let me check. Let's see, I've got this one. Oh, I hope that glare is not too bad. I have this one. And then the other one I have is this one. So that first one was by Elena Lazareva, and this one is Color and Chicks. So I haven't colored either of them yet, but I am looking forward to it. I hope to do those this month because they were both released for the February hashtag that's out there. So I'm hoping to get them done for that. I hope you'll be able to see the differences in the tones of the purple. These are all really close colors. Maybe I should have picked some pink instead. I do want to use this paint that I have. I'll show you that too. It's this extreme glitter folk art paint, and it's purple. So I really wanted to use this over top of a purple background, because it says on the coat, or on the bottle, for the brightest shimmer to use a base coat of a similar folk art color, but I don't have any purple paint, so I thought this would be a close second. So I wanted a little bit of variation, but then I really want that purple shimmer on top of this heart. I think that'll be super pretty. And this is going to give me an opportunity. Since I've already used acrylic paint in this book, I feel like I could add in some different mediums on my pages and see how it turns out. I tend to just go with one thing. Like sometimes I'll mix watercolors or the neocolors and some pencils, but I hardly ever use any paint, or I rarely use gel pens. I have several, but I rarely use them. And let's do this color in here. So I'm excited to do that in this book. Okay, so last question is, what is your first completed book? I have never finished a book. Like I said, I've been trying for the past 2 years to finish Daydreams. And I think if you've seen my flip through, then you've seen all of those. But this first, let's see, where am I at? Right there. So this is all from here. All of that is done. From here that way is all done. And then from here back, it's just random hit and miss. Some are half done, some are started, some are not done at all. So it just kind of depends on where you land in the book. But this is the page, this page is the page that has stopped me from progressing further. I love this illustration. I am terrified that I'm going to screw it up, which is silly because it's a coloring page. It's there for me to play with. But there are so many beautiful pieces done of this that I'm just really intimidated. So like I can color all these other pages in here, but this one has just stopped me in my tracks. Every time I pull it out and look at it, I'm like, nope, not this time, and I put it away. So I'm hoping that soon I'll be able to get this, and I think that'll be a big stepping stone to finishing this book. So yeah, so first completed book, none, but this one's on its way. And then the bonus question that they had was, what is the first coloring tag you participated in? And it would be this one. This is my very first coloring tag. So yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed that and watched me scribble my art crayons here on the background. I'll show you a little bit. Maybe I'll just show you a little bit of the water added to it to see how it looks. I typically have to do 2 coats of the neo colors so that it doesn't have a real super splotchy look, but this is looking pretty good so far. I love this little water brush that I have. This one's got a really good tip on it. There are several that I have that I've just frayed and they look super crazy. I'll show you one of those. This, like, I don't know if you can see the end of that, but it is super frayed. And then this one is nice and neat. The thing I like the most about the Neo colors is you can come back in and rework it a little bit if you need to. Ink tints kind of give me a little bit of anxiety when I start working with them because it's permanent once you put it down. I mean, I guess you could always paint over it and start over, but with the Neo colors, you can rework some of the things that you need to, that you feel like you need to. Let me get a paper towel, because I forgot. See, I even forgot that I had different colors. I was like, why does that look so different? So this area here, look how light that is in comparison. I'm going to get that all done, and then I'll blend that into this other part. So I liked those questions. I thought that was a good idea. I'm trying currently to come up with my own tag, but I've got to do a little bit of research and see if anybody else has had that same idea yet. Because I think these videos are so fun. They're fun to make, they're fun to watch. I really enjoy them. And also, like on parts where you've kind of gone over, you can get a little bit of water in there and dab it away. I'll end up covering that up with color pencil, so it won't be a big deal. I'm not super, I don't like overly worry when I go over the lines or go out of the lines. I mean, this was all done by hand, so it's supposed to look a little handmade, right? I really like that color. I just want to finish up this part in here inside the basket, and then I'll probably end up doing the rest later on. Maybe this will be in one of my weekend whip pages or videos. So each weekend I'm going to do a little color and chat where I work on a whip and chat with you. What is that? There's something on my page. I thought that was a good series of videos to be able to do, and everybody else sleeps longer than I do on Saturday mornings. So I figured that was a good time to get on the camera and start my day. All right, so there's that so far. So, thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed listening to my answers. And if you have not done this tag yet, please feel free to do so. Make sure you mention JoJo's Coloring Nook as the originator of the video tag. And if you want me to see it, just let me know that you've made the video, or you can tag me in it. I think that's how that works. I'm not sure, actually. But yeah. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.